Hi everyone, I'm Anisha. To know more about my work, you may visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com. For those of you who are seeking deeper clarity, be it in your love lives or your career, for a personal consultation, you may write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. I'm going to be speaking about the full moon that is there in Virgo on the 12th of March. And there's been a lot of focus on Venus retrograde, and there is Jupiter that is in opposition to Uranus that is going on simultaneously. Now, this quiet effect of Virgo full moon that is happening on the 12th, it's speaking about really a highlighting of relationships that have been sort of been going through a rough patch, and they are really going to get highlighted. They're going to be coming under scrutiny during this point of time. The good thing is that with Venus retrograde, that is still carrying on till about 15th of April, there's going to be a sense of compassion. There's going to be a sense of even sort of feeling secured and being able to see things really as they are. Whether they have to do with your personal relationships. Specifically, I would emphasize on the personal relationships, marriages and your lovers, partners, and little bit of your business relationships as well. But a lot of it has to do with your equation with your partner during this full moon. And full moon, lunar eclipse, it's normally very, very emotional. It's a time where feelings are really sort of, whether they are pent up feelings or something that has been building up for quite some time, it's just going to come to the surface. It's a time where some of you are just going to be letting it out. You're just going to be venting and just, seeing things as they are. And it's going to be a kind of a purge. It's a release that it's required. So don't hold yourself back. I think feelings which are really, when we really suppress what we feel, it tends to turn toxic and it takes on various other forms. So during this full moon, with the emotions being really at its, at their peak, there's going to be a lot of sensitivity that is there. And because this has been building up this entire month, and there's a culmination that happens with the full moon now over here, a lot of you will see the dynamics between your relationships as they are without your rose-colored glasses. You will see your partner as he or she really is. And I think it will also, while there could be some amount of disappointment, it will also open more doors for you. It will allow you to move ahead and take decisions with your life. It's a place where I will encourage you to empower yourself, to ensure and to commit yourself to happiness, and not to be dependent on someone else to giving that happiness to you. Of course, in relationships, it's always kind of a codependent relationship. You do things which make people whom you love happy, and vice versa. You look for it at a reciprocation as well. But wherein that a relationship starts becoming toxically, completely codependent, where you are just either waiting for your partner to give you that happiness, or your partner is expecting you to give that happiness, and that's the only time that happiness is really going to get manifested, then there is something not right or okay about the relationship. This entire full moon phase on the 12th is going to focus on the dynamics of how your relationship is, who is bringing what to the table, what is it that does it really satisfy your soul from inside? Are you feeling nurtured, or are you the one who's sort of always feeling that you're receiving at the short end of the stick? Now, the interesting thing is we also have Jupiter that is in opposition to Uranus during the same transit time. And this is speaking about a lot of rebellion. It's speaking about a lot of freedom. So a lot of you could be wanting to have your, not just your own space, but then do things which are very, very important to you, and this sense of rebellion could work either well, or it could backfire for both the partners. So and depending of course where exactly it is aspecting for you, in which house that it triggers, it can be that both the partners sort of feel strongly, equally strongly about personal freedom, about personal choices, and hence just because of that, maybe there's no compromise that is you're able to sort of reach. And in certain cases it could just be a sense of rebelling against it. Why is it that I need to conform in order to be keeping this relationship? So be careful about that you don't sort of end up breaking a relationship. Look at it very carefully. Look at the entire relationship dynamics before rebelling, or before saying that I don't want, it's not working out for me, or I'm the one who's like constantly conforming. Of course, for some of you who have been giving in too much, or who have been constantly been conforming or making the sacrifice, then maybe it's a time for you to be changing the dynamics of the relationship, or taking another look at it. This full moon on the 12th brings about a lot of relief from the stress. It's going to bring about, it's just going to sort of, lift a huge sort of a rock, or even a mountain, so to speak, off your head, which will allow you to move ahead. It's a time where you will finally, be able to have clarity and see as to what is it that you really want. So they could, like I said, there could have been a lot of back and forth with emotions as to which direction do you go and what do you do about this. And this full moon, it's not going to be easy. It can be an extremely emotionally exhausting time for some of you, but it will bring a lot of clarity as well. Because we have Sun that is also trining Pluto, there can be that lot of stuff from the past, and past hurt and wounds and things that come up. So ensure that you are you're in a compassionate place. Forgive. As hard or easy it may sound, try and be at a place where you are able to not just forgive the person in front of you, but I think stay compassionate towards yourself. What is it that you really want? What is it that, or maybe the nurturance that you have been seeking from your partner and you have not received, maybe you need to be giving that compassion, that nurturance to yourself. Maybe you need to be more gentler with yourself. And with Sun trining with Pluto around the same time, it can also be that stuff which has been lying dormant, underneath, it's sort of not being discussed. It could just sort of come up and get discussed. So a lot is happening during this time. There are a lot of planets really at play, but try not to sort of be impulsive. Try not to take decisions, or do things in a very reactive way, or just sort of rush about in a mad tizzy hunting for solutions, because they could unnecessarily just escalate things for you and there may not be any solution. So just sort of work on an inner transformation during this time. Try and take control of, not just take control, but I think understand what is it that you really want, what is it that makes you happy, in which direction you should be going. And with this sense of empowerment, take a decision and do it without blame. Do it without feeling sorry for yourself, and also do it without seeking that validation, or even sort of feeling bad that your partner is not providing that answer, solution, or that happiness to you. It's been a pleasure speaking with all of you. I'll see you again soon, and thank you so much for watching.